Oh, of course the video's not working. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the earlyBYTES Show, the only video podcast featuring a quest about the runs. I am joined tonight by Jeremy Lawman Lamont.
That's right. That's right. For the only video podcast ever.
Ever.
So you pretty much have no choice.
No choice. I hope you like it. Order. Move to the bottom. There we go. We're going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is a pretty terrible name, I have to say. But this is like a, I don't know, medieval RPG that spawned via Kickstarter and is in current early alpha access. I don't think it's on Steam yet, so it's just called alpha.
I like those zombies wandering around in the background.
They're peasants. Pretty much the same thing.
Oh, I see.
So I've been wanting to stream this game for a while. I've had it for several weeks now, but I had to revert my graphics drivers to like drivers from November to get it to work.
It's not an alpha unless you have to boot it into safe mode.
That's kind of was my thought too. Okay, so here we are. It literally just dumps you into the middle of a lane. So it's all played from the first person, and you can see your feet. And I've kind of played around with it a little bit, and you know, it seems to have the base mechanics. There's no chicken kicking, as far as I'm aware.
Boo.
Yeah, what's the point? Let's just give up. I think you can sit down, though. No. You can lay down on a bench in here. That's pretty legit. But, you know, you can kind of see... I mean, it's like as alpha gets. Sure. Let's do it. Okay. Did we accept? I don't know. Let's get out of here.
If only there were some kind of
abort
quest log or something.
So they have spent a ton of time on like the details of like each individual house that you can't touch anything. Like, I want this axe. Anyway, we'll kind of walk around and explore. It's a very pretty game. I will give them that. Oh, you'll enjoy this. So don't try to explore outside of the bounds of the universe, because there's literally a construction gate.
Whoa.
It's a little meta. Okay, so we'll kind of kick around and show some things off. So it's got a lot of promise. It actually piqued my interest a while ago with all the things they were claiming to deliver, but of course had not yet done so. So in it right now, it has a pretty interesting looking combat system that could use some refinement, but from kind of fiddling around with it, we'll check it out here in a little bit. It's very important to, you know, to block or to dodge, and to, you know, use feints to trick your enemy into blocking the wrong direction, or to use, it has like a combo system. So look, it's got all these peasants. Hi, peasant. You can't talk to them. You can talk to some characters, but not them. They're busy working. Don't bother the peasants.
So,
it also
I have
just
to
lagged
ask,
out on me.
what kind of game actually is this? Is this like a Mount and Blade kind of thing? Is it...
Yeah, as far
city building game?
Totally just locked up. Which it didn't do earlier, which is real disappointing. No, I don't know whereas you can do any kind of city building. It is very much just a sort of, as far as I can tell, open world sort of RPG. We're gonna see if we can kill it and reload it. It's a real bummer. I have noticed, again, with the whole driver's issue, it's you know, I don't know, whereas I'd recommend going and getting it now. I don't know. I guess if it's something you really want to check out, but it's pretty neat. I want it to be good. It's just the kind of game that I typically enjoy, but it definitely has a ways to go, and I believe it's actually coming to going to be in beta soon, within the next few months or so. So there you go. You can see some of the kind of the features. It does have combat, although I played for a while earlier and did not manage to acquire a weapon, and so when I entered combat, I was defenseless and just kind of got hacked to bits. It was pretty gruesome. I guess there's some sort of crime system. I haven't seen that working yet. And eating, I have not found food. But there are some basic quests you can get, and it has some pretty neat sort of stylizations. It's an open world game in that there's no, as far as I can tell, no fast travel for moving between towns, a la say Skyrim or Oblivion. It does have horses, but I'm not sure if they're in yet. As you can see.
So are there multiple towns in this build? Or
yeah, there's a few little villages. Now I'm not sure. I assume in the full up build there will be one or multiple larger sort of cities. Basically, what you have right now are just little, hamlets or whatever. So we'll go check these out. Give it a second to load. It's in that Crisis engine, which is, but it sure looks pretty. And it actually runs.
Yeah, I mean, as far as an alpha goes, it's not feature complete. It at least,
looks like it wants to be.
A game should. Yeah,
yeah,
sure, exactly.
Yeah, and it runs pretty good. I noticed since I started streaming it, running OBS in the background, it probably looks very choppy in the video. It wasn't quite that bad when I was playing it. I won't say it was perfectly smooth, but it wasn't quite this bumpy.
Right.
So keep that in mind. The streaming sometimes messes with stuff. So here's our first kind of little village. You can see there's actually, these are, as far as I know, not randomly generated people. Each one has a house or some sort of residence, and they have a task. I guess her task is to sweep. Some of them farm. This guy is like the sheriff or something, I guess.
I like the idea.
Where's that smoke in the horizon
roads.
coming
That
from?
is an industrious
I wish I knew. It looks like the Corbin's
position
estate.
to hold.
Would you go and have a look there?
Yeah.
Just see what's happening and then come back to me.
All right, I'll let you know if I find out anything.
The guy is very soft-spoken. But the game's the sort of open-ended RPG. There was something I actually meant to do that I forgot. Open-ended RPGs where, I'm thinking of the Gothic series, where you have. Oh, that's right. You can lockpick those. So the open-ended RPGs where there's actual. This is real weird. It's like a mini game. Yay! We won. Where each individual little villager has an actual task, similar to say the Ultimas. Started this way back in the day. If you really want to, I don't want to talk to him because he doesn't really have anything interesting to say. He just yells at me for wanting to know how to lockpick. What? Excuse me? Nettle? Okay, that's totally new. We're nettling.
So is this the first build that you've played of this, or have you seen a lot of iteration on this?
I have not seen any iteration, and I'm not sure how much they've done in the alpha. If there's another box, maybe we can lockpick. If there's been a lot of iteration, or ooh, maybe we can get a weapon. Oh, no, it's just torches. So let's see if we can actually lockpick this. There's supposedly a crime system, so I'm curious if we'll get caught. But I will be curious, very curious to see. I think we failed.
Maybe you can put a bucket on their heads and they'll
You there!
never notice.
Stop!
Oh no. Okay, I stopped.
Stop right there!
Me?
You were seen in the act of lockpicking.
That's not illegal.
Don't try to make a fool of me. We both know you did it. Well, your crimes aren't that serious, so you can pay a small sum and the matter will be closed.
Feels kind of like a bribe. Maybe we should, let's impress him.
All right, that's enough. Maybe you didn't notice, but I'm in
Blow
the
his
service
mind
of the
or cut him
Lord
out
of
of the deal.
Retai. So you better take that into account.
Yeah.
Sure. And since when have you been above the law? I don't think so.
Oh, we failed. I don't know how much money I have.
Oh well, what can I do? Here you are.
Discharged. You have purged yourself before the law, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. You can be sure of that.
Okay. As soon as he turns around, we're gonna loot the crap out of this box. Go away.
Do you need help?
Yeah. Now we're all sneaky like. Let's just take all. Can I steal? Yes.
So
Yes.
is that guy just some random dude, or was he a?
He's like
That's something
the
important.
he's like the sheriff, bro. He's like
He's just dressed kind of.
yeah. You know, it's
He
probably.
looks like he's dressed like Bono, kind of.
Where's he going? Well, let's get out of here. He's dressed like Bono. He just ran to save some like African kids or something. So we're gonna go over here. There is weird. So I happen to know you can walk around and talk to most of these people, but you can actually find a quest over here with one of these bros. So let's go ahead and do this. We're just breaking into everything because that's how we roll on the GameBytes show. We break into your hearts and we steal your your loyalty. All right, shh, we're in here. Oh no, there's
So
some...
what exactly? I'm not quite clear what exactly is happening in this mini game when you are picking locks. Like, what is that rotating thing?
It's super
all
weird.
about?
So you control the little yellow circle. Let me find something else I can pick, and we can talk about it. Oh, here's this guy.
Oh, I bet I get it. You're just supposed to not
God
let
be
it touch
with
the
you,
edges or
farmer.
something.
Yep.
What happened?
You kind of have to stay in the
don't look very
center
well.
as it
What do
moves
you
around.
want here? Who let you in? Hey, aren't you that minion of Radzig's?
In a matter of speaking.
In a matter of
Sorry for
speaking.
Well,
Sorry for
I don't
barging
use
in.
a
We're like
proper
outside.
banquet, but I have to lie in my bed for days and suffer like Lazarus. You want to know what happened to me? I was poisoned, that's what.
God almighty, why?
Why? God almighty.
Who? The innkeeper. Mariana, that's who. I had some of her rotten beer and gruel, and now I'm afraid my guts will turn inside out.
And why did you think it was her in particular?
Who else would it be? You think I'd eat something bad at home? Young fellow,
I love the
don't
voice
eat
acting.
just anything.
I don't
That
eat just
stuff
anything.
she brought me stank like dog shit from a mile off.
So why did you eat it?
Well,
They
I
just
was
get the
hungry.
programmers to.
I had a few drinks, and I thought it wouldn't be so
I
bad.
feel like it is. It's like
didn't
that one's
smell
like the
that
programmer's
bad
brother,
after all.
you know.
Who is this Mariana anyway?
Surely you must know her. She has a tavern on the green.
I
She
feel like
does
some
nasty
of
beer.
the dialogue
Rotten
is straight out of
meat,
Google
and what's more,
Translate.
She's a harlot who parades herself in front of men and does who knows what with them when decent folk are
So
long gone to
are the
sleep.
people
If
behind
she's
this?
as
Are
bad
they?
as all that, then someone should do something about
they
her,
Americans?
shouldn't they?
They're Eastern
My words,
European, as
exactly.
far as I know.
You think I didn't tell the bailiff?
From where?
And what do you think he said? Have you lost your balls, Jerry? He's probably got something going with her. But while we're on the subject, boy, how would you like to
I'm
earn a little
Googling it
extra
while
money?
this guy just
There's never money.
hammers
enough.
on.
Supposing you find out how that slut poisoned me.
Yeah, check
Bring the
from,
evidence to the bailiff. I'd pay handsomely for it, especially
Czech
if you
Republic,
help
so
me
there
get
you go.
rid of
There
these
is kind of a little
diabolical
hotbed
runs.
of game development going on in the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
All
it-
right, I'll try and figure
You
out
know,
who poisoned you and get some.
I'm kind of a
Great,
super
boy.
fan of
Let's
some of
give
those
that whore
Eastern
what for.
European games. They just have their own style in a lot of ways, and
I'll get
I
right
don't know.
on it.
They
then.
Thanks, boy, and hurry up with that medicine before my life goes out my ass.
Well, you're
Well
trouble.
then, what's new? Have you got the potion for me? Have you got anything on Mariana?
I have
I've
your
got
cure.
your potion.
Very well, give it here. But woe betide you if I get the shit even worse. Here's the bonus for your trouble.
So,
So do we know what the scope of this alpha
Not
is
for
so
now.
far? I mean, how
It's-
far does it go, and what all does it encompass?
yeah, so we can do a little more exploring before too much time runs out. So you've got this town, which seems to have a quest or two in it. If you recall, the sheriff actually gave us one, the bailiff, whatever. That's this smoke on the horizon. And hold on. Let's take a minute to reflect on this map. This thing is something of pure magic. Look at the style that they drew
It looks
the map
pretty cool.
in. And so, like, this is the starting house where we started. You know, here's where the peasants were working. Like, this is so good. Whoever designed this needs a hug, because this is just amazing. So this is the map for Samopesh, the town we're in. You know, obviously this just kind of gives you an idea of this scope of the world they want to explore. Of course, you recall we tried to go down here, and the map ended. We could not go any further. So we'll be able to go up here. I don't know what this star is. Maybe we'll go check that out. But we're going to go to this queue where the quest is. So we can turn that on and off. I guess there might be a fast travel.
I didn't
coming.
realize the level of detail. Like, you can zoom in all the way zoomy on that.
It's so good. It's so good. I just love I don't know. I will buy a game just for having a good map system. I mean, let's be honest. So we're gonna run through here, and it has a lot of really neat touches that I really hope see through to the kind of final game. It looks like they're gonna add food and water and sleep to the mechanics, so you'll have to kind of take care of yourself. So if I'd shut up, you'd hear our guy kind of huffing and puffing here, and the screen kind of starts to go black.
Oh, wow.
Like, he just gets tired. Like, it's so good. What a neat touch.
This probably has a bunch of encumbrance and everything.
I'm sure it does. Yeah. And if there we go. You know, at night it gets quite dark, so you got your torch. We'll put that away because it's just silly. Kind of ran the wrong way, so we're gonna go through this field. But it just has this really amazing sort of basis. Like, I want to see this game come to fruition and be absolutely amazing, because it's just sort of similar enough but unique enough to be something special, I think. So. There's a guy we're supposed to talk to out here somewhere. Down here.
The layout of all the foliage, like all the little plants and stuff, seems fairly realistic to me. I like, just like the layout of the land.
Yeah, where it's got like a fence and like bushes growing along it, and like these, you know, obviously uncut grasses growing out in a field. Yeah, it's really something. They've spent a lot. They have obviously spent a lot of time on this area trying to make it feel like the game they want it to feel like. It actually feels almost more like a vertical slice than, say, an alpha, where you take the base, absolute base, and then start layering on, you know, new art passes or whatever. It's like they started with what the final art will look like and tried to just make it a small sort of area. So let's talk to this guy and see if we can figure out what happened.
What happened here?
Oh,
You wouldn't believe.
I wouldn't believe it.
What?
Just so. We've been hanging around here for weeks with nothing happening. And all at once, we're fighting tooth and claw with them. Damned killers.
Yeah, so all these dead bros. You can't loot any of them. I don't know. I've tried. I tried to steal all their stuff.
Hold on,
but they
Miroslav.
wouldn't.
For sure they'll send someone. Don't bullshit me.
Maybe you can lockpick the bodies.
Maybe. Maybe I can get in this cart full of the dead. Oh, that's a dead horse. That's kind of grim. I just walked on that not quite dead guy. So this guy has a quest. I'm not really going to talk to him. You know, you've kind of seen the talking system. I think he wants us to find a field surgeon or something, which I actually have yet to find. So, wait, where am I? Okay, so I'm facing south. So we want to go the other direction. We want to go towards that star. I actually don't know what that is, so we're going to go exploring here on the Game Byte Show. You saw it here first on the Game Byte Show. I mean, probably not. I mean, maybe this is the first time you've seen it, but
We're
probably
doing
not
it
the first
live.
time it's ever been shown. Hey, there's another village. See, look at that. Look at that exploration. Maybe we can go down in these trees. What do you think's down here? Probably like Bigfoot. They have Bigfoot in check? They might. Aw. Boo. Look, let's look at our feet for a minute. I like games that show your feet.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of look a little paunchy.
Yeah, the dude has had his share of rations. I mean, let's be honest. All right, let's Jump that. Now we're in this desolate field that looks like sadness. Let's just keep moving. Morrowhead! I guess is how you pronounce that. I have no idea. Look at this guy. He's just a,
What the fuck?
dude. So it's a real edgy game. Hey, I'm talking to you. Alright. Whatever. I don't know why he cussed me out. That seemed inappropriate. The Game Bytes show is getting edgier by the day. Let's see if we can find some...
It's getting low.
Yeah, so we found a new town. Let's see what this dude's about. What's up?
Imagine having to live like this in like these wooden stand-up huts and stuff.
Someone
And
stole
like just
this.
wander around all day being a peasant.
I know, right?
And wear like
You have
that
sword.
multicolored like set of tights.
With a hood, like a neat little hood thing.
It really makes you think.
This guy needs to work on his voice acting. I'm just picturing walking up to someone and they're just like gesturing their hands.
Who could have done it?
There was peace until the soldiers came. That's typically how war works, yes.
Stupid soldiers.
Stupid soldiers with their soldiering business.
Doing all their soldiering.
I'll try and find it.
I mean, I'm gonna find it and not give it to him. Well, I mean, let's be clear here, right? Maybe I'll just kill him with it. That'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty Game Bytes. The music's not great either. I actually had half a mind to like turn it off. It plays the whole time, and yeah. So this town, I don't know. I guess it's not that much bigger. Let's go back to our map. What do you think? We still don't know what this star is. We gotta find out. Maybe there's a dragon. There's no dragons.
I was going to say, so I think before we started the show, you were sort of telling me there's not really a fantasy element to it. It's more of just a straight-up medieval
Yeah, so they've...
peasant simulator, I guess.
Yeah, yep, you farm these cabbages. So they've completely eschewed the fantasy element. It's just a bunch of burned horses. That's grim. And essentially it's just going to be a medieval RPG, which is actually right in my wheelhouse. I really liked Mountain Blade, of course, aforementioned Mountain Blade, which was an amazing game as far as single-player RPGs go. I really liked, let's say, games like War of the Roses, War of the Vikings, where it had very sort of detailed and fleshed out melee combat systems. I don't know where I'm going. Because I'm running into the fence. Oh, I'm stuck in a bush. And like, just being able to explore a world that is just sort of focuses in on that sort of medieval peasant lifestyle. Is that a porta potty? That is so good. Those clever guys. Alright.
They should do this on Oculus.
They should. Actually, that would actually be really amazing. I don't know if they have plans to do this in Oculus or not. Moorhead encampment. Alright, let's see if we can find the bro that stole the sword. So, I do want to show off the combat here, and we've got about 5-ish minutes. Who's this guy? He looks legit.
Have you got any...
I'm sorry. Excuse me? Let's ask about the sword.
They tell me you know everyone around here.
That's true.
A villager in Merhoyed is missing his sword.
And so,
he
so at the
suspects
moment,
soldiers.
you are sort of
So I
taking on the
thought
role
I'd
of
ask
a...
you if...
I'm
I
sorry,
guess
but I
just
can't
what, like
help
an
you there.
interested,
And do you
ambitious
know who
peasant
might-
or something?
No,
who will do
I am
fetch
not
quests
going to
for
point the
people,
finger
or-
at anyone when I don't know anything. And now, excuse me, I have work to do.
I mean, I walked up on you and you were literally leaning on a cart. Let's see if we can ride a horse. What? No! I've been running around like a sap and I could have called a horse this whole time. Come back, horse. Alright. Now we're legit. I I don't really know what this character is. He's a bro. Oh my god, I'm stuck in the fence. This is terrible.
You're bad at horsing.
I'm really bad.
Torches? Have you used them all? You know how much they cost? Be glad we used
Here
them.
we go. Here we
At least
go.
we could see the humans.
There we go. Yes. Now we're horsing. This is legit. Okay, we're gonna horse over to the arena here and do some fighting. Yeah, I don't really know who this guy is. Obviously, it wouldn't serve to have you to just be a random peasant, so you're gonna be some sort of dude who's gonna roam the land and, like, dude people up and stuff, so...
Find swords for people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for no... Like, I don't... Like, what kind of profession is that? You know what I mean? Why would I sleep on a shield? In what crazy world does that make sense?
You don't want the bugs getting on you.
I guess so. Maybe there's some stuff I can loot in here. Wow. Okay, let's show off the combat real quick, and that'll probably be pretty good for, this is just a little tutorial that I found. Hopefully we have enough money.
Damn!
I'd like some training in handling a sword.
That's commendable. But my services aren't for free.
I like how
Notion
they
of
make you pay
basic-
in-game money for the
What do you
tutorial. That's legit.
Sounds good. When do we start?
When do we
Right away
start?
if you like. Take this wooden sword and come to the arena with me.
This game is really weird. And I like it so much. What? This is not fair!
That thing you have in your hand is a sword.
What?
I'm a human, and I want to kill you. Try
What?
walking around a bit.
It's not a sword, it's a torch, you scumlord. Okay. Let's unequip our torch. Hey, we have a... Yeah! Now we got a cool jacket thing instead of a linen shirt. Look how cool we are. Okay. Get your sword out, bro. Alright. Here we go. Okay, so you can see, you know, we're gonna move with the like WASD keys, and it's a actually really cool setup. As I move my mouse, it changes the points on the star, which actually changes the position, and you'll actually. He mentions later, I guess it. I'm kind of confused what I'm
Right.
supposed to be doing.
Now let's try the basics.
Okay.
Aim for my head and
Just
attack.
start poking the pointy end into the other guy.
So as you hold it up, you will actually lose energy. So like some of the stances, you know, may have benefits.
Good God.
He's just totally will mock me too.
Good God.
This dude's a real jerk. Ah, but I hit
God.
him.
Is it just me, or does he kind of look a
Good
little like
God.
Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis.
I said at my head, damn it.
I mean,
Don't
maybe
you
not.
know where my head is? Good God.
I just love that he's like, you idiot.
That's it. Try attacking from various angles. You can stab and chop.
I was trying to attack your head, but...
That's-
And you can obviously see my energy is going
That's
very
it.
low. Very kind
Now,
of dark soul
I'll
in
attack,
there.
and you try blocking.
You're going to need that
Hold the
to
sword in
both
front
block
of you
and
learn to fend off
attack,
various
so.
thrusts. I'll go slow for now.
He'll go slow. I forget, ow.
Keep holding the block up.
You hold the block
Good.
up.
That's it. Good.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm pro. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the combat has, you know, the tutorial's obviously a little slow, but
That's enough.
it
Notice
has a
how
lot of
exhausting
interesting
it is
sort of
holding
perks
the
to it that
sword above your head.
I think could be really interesting.
Now, I'll show you how a master blocks. Attack!
So is this going to have an element like Mount and Blade where you get into any larger scale fighting, or
Wait
is it
for the
just like a
strike, and only fend it
single
off
character
when you see
RPG,
exactly where
like a
it's going.
straight up?
That's a
Attack!
really good
Skyrim,
question.
sort of.
If you'll ever get like large scale followers, I actually don't know the answer to that. I should have been more prepared.
We should write him a
Now
letter.
you try it.
We should.
Watch my
Ooh.
backswing.
And
As
send it
soon as I
via
start to come
carrier
down,
pigeon.
block. Again.
Yeah, this was actually really hard, the part. Yeah, but look at that, we got him. So, you know, it's got kind of like, again, a little bit Dark Soulian combat, where if you parry at the right, or if you block at the right time, you will perform, you know, sort of a parry.
Again.
Obviously, I'm doing very terrible at it. But I got him there, so boom, boom! You scumlord. Ow. Yeah, we got him!
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. I do like to see kind of
Again.
interesting combat systems instead of just click, 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 click. Ow.
No.
He will yell at us, too. He's so mean.
Again.
So does this game have a proposed schedule? I mean, do they have a target date for something viable for release?
Yeah,
No.
I do know I don't know if they have a release date announced yet.
Again.
They do have a beta
Again.
coming up, so a more advanced release than this.
Again.
Within the next few months, I want to say by it's March or April, that is supposed to be coming out. So that'll be interesting to watch for that. They're supposedly going to fix the AMD graphics bug, so you can use the newest graphics drivers.
Again.
You don't have to
Right.
downgrade to November's,
No.
which will be good. No.
No. Again.
No.
It looks like the game
Again.
is being made by former members of 2K Czech, as well as
Yeah.
the founder of Alter Games.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I hadn't really. I think it's a totally new studio just for this effort that they formed. I don't believe they have anything else. I just like slapped him in the face.
Yeah.
They have talked about ports for the
When
PS4 and
you
the
manage to
Xbox
fend off
One,
the sword,
but
you can lunge straight away. Try it.
those are there's currently no status updates on those.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming to Vita, Jeremy.
Boo! What kind of game could it be then? Nothing. No kind of game.
It's crap, is what it is. So we'll go ahead and end with this
Spit
guy
on it.
just beating the crap out of us. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I really like the game. I think you can actually just leave in the combat tutorial here. Yeah, look at that. But he takes his sword back, if I recall. Anyway, I think it's really interesting. This is just the kind of thing that I typically, sort of like to play. So I'll be keeping a close eye on this. You will probably see this in our Early Bytes coverage again. I mean, that's just a spoiler alert.
Yeah, and I was just looking here. It looks like they're planning for a full release on Steam, and I'm not sure if that means as early access or as a full release in Q2 2016.
Okay. I suspect that's early access only, but since it's still an alpha. So the thing with the lockpick, and we kind of mentioned this earlier, and I couldn't find one. Now this one's really hard, so we'll probably fail it really quickly. So I control this little dot, and the objective is to turn the key, I guess, all the way around. And so you gotta kind of hold it with your mouse, and then it's just gonna instantly fail.
No.
But as I turn with the D key, it will turn the thing, and if I keep it yellow, it will kind of turn. But I guess it's just gonna fail over and over and over.
Right. Got it.
It's a really cool system. It does have. Let's take a look real quick. It does have. It is an RPG, so there are skills. Your character has stats for roll checks. Here you can see visibility. Like as you increase your armor, you'll get louder, so stealth will be harder. Here you can see we're starting to get a little bit tired and hungry, but not much. There's weapon skills. There's I don't know what some of these mean, to be honest, but different skills that you can level up, and I believe just doing them is what levels you up here. Crafting is not in yet, but it's assumingly there's going to be some sort of crafting. Obviously there's a horse, and the horses have its own stats. We saw that earlier, the quest log, which is just kind of interesting. It doesn't put quest markers above your head or anything on your mini-map. It does give you a little bit of some guidance here on the big map, but it's just a really interesting, in my opinion anyway, sort of. I wonder if we can explore down here or not. mix between sort of modern game design, where it basically just puts a big arrow on the ground, says "run this way," versus really classical, say like Ultima style game design, where there's literally no help whatsoever. Like, I don't know this dude's name, and he may not actually be named, but you can't.
It seems things are going missing in Merhoy.
You can't really find out what they do or who they are.
Just wondering if you heard about anything
until
like
you talk to them.
Maybe here in the camp?
If you're suggesting it might be someone from here, you're barking up the wrong tree. The old man is real strict about that stuff.
Yeah.
If he caught anyone,
so
he'd
it's
flog
a really
them.
interesting game. I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Do you know who I might ask?
Again,
I
we'll
don't
check it out
know.
maybe when it releases in
Actually,
beta
yes,
on
maybe.
Steam here in the next
Ask Leshy.
little bit.
He knows everyone in the camp, and he's
But for
always in
tonight,
the
we're going to
tavern
go
in the
ahead and
village,
tell
too.
this guy to shut up because I'm talking here. And we'll just end with our guy looking lovingly into the camera here, batting his eyes at us, just looking confused. He's probably reflecting on the guy who has diarrhea and like how he's going to solve that.
Man,
what a quest! So thank you again for joining us for the Game Byte Show. The only place you find quests about diarrhea. So if you enjoyed this content,
it's true. Either in game or not.
Sometimes both. If you enjoyed this content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, follow us. You can hit us up on Twitter over at Game Byte Show. You can find myself at red_I.
You can find me at Jeremy_Lamont. You can find our compatriots, Dale Jones at Count_Elmdor and Legrand Jolly at Legrand, Legrande.
That's right. And you can typically find us Monday nights at 10 o'clock on twitch.tv/GameByteShow. You can find all of our archive videos over at youtube.com/GameByteShow. And you can find our audio podcast, which we record twice a week. Once with the news, once with the games that we've been playing for the week, at GameByteShow.com, on iTunes, subscribe to your favorite RSS feed, etc., so forth. So thank you again for
tell
joining
your
us.
friends.
You should tell your friends. You should tweet about it. You should tweet about it and tell us that you've tweeted about it, and we'll retweet it because we're lonely.
Please love us.
So thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you. Thanks.